Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 2 of NIU Varsity Overwatch. As always, I'm Austin125, and with me,
Hey, I'm Chris, Automatic.
and today we have Northern Illinois University Huskies versus Western Michigan. Should be a good game today. Very excited for this one. Some familiar faces, some new faces, as we always see, but excited for a game nonetheless. We're going to be headed out here pretty quickly. We're getting the bans out of the way. Western Michigan bans first. The ban is for Roadhog. Roadhog just got some new buffs today on the patch. So, if I remember correctly, some more damage. Still kind of feeling pretty strong. I'm not sure if we know what the map is yet. It's looking like it might be Ilios, but we'll see about that. And NIU is going to ban Genji in return. Genji actually had a little bit of a nerf, but is still strong and is probably something that Western Michigan are fairly confident in. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. And it looks like we will be running out on Ilios. That is going to be the map of choice here, I believe, for maybe for Western Michigan. I'm actually not sure who would have done the pick there. But anyways, Ilios is going to be the control map starting out here tonight. And we're going to be jumping right into it. So I know we talked a lot about speed, Chris, and we don't have the Lucio band away as we have in previous games. What are you hoping to see here, maybe in terms of speed? And NIU taking it fast, trying to maybe even though Lucio's on the table. What are you thinking?
I am not quite sure what the playstyle for this specific map is. I know the last two times we casted, we were on Lijiang Towers, right? For
Yes,
the
correct.
first map.
Yep.
I don't. Is this more of a Lucio map? Can you pick Lucio on this, or did they not
Yeah.
ban it because it's not a Lucio map?
Yeah, I think it definitely could be a Lucio map. And as I say that, we get to see
Oh, there it is.
some picks. So it is a Lucio map for sure. I wouldn't say it's inherently a Lucio map, but it definitely, at this point in particular, is kind of nice, especially this outside area we're taking a look at now by this mega health pack. This is a nice area to try to control around the statue. So having the speed to take that fast, plus we're on the Doomfist comp, so you can reasonably expect that we're going to be trying to go pretty fast here. So I'd say it's definitely nice to have that Lucio online, and the Roadhog ban is going to do nothing for us because we weren't going to play Roadhog anyways. So Western Michigan rolling on a ball comp. Vance trying to take a little bit of space here, trying to get in the back line, but Gooby goes for a punch, is going to miss. But the rest of NIU just getting set up on angles. Wit able to take one out. Allegro in the back line, already getting the hack off. One support dead for the side of Western Michigan. One DPS. It's a 3v5, 2v5. As Azalea Cat takes out Bertram. And it's just going to be stall this ball in the corner and try and get a kill. Don't let him out. And that's going to be clean ace. No deaths on the side of NIU. And some points now being racked up from the objective.
Very well played from NIU that fight. Looked like ball went in a bit too fast. Use all his cooldowns, and then you just turned the tables and went on the other backline instead.
Yep. The call there is most likely, flip the back line. Ball's already in. If you're saying can't really get out, but it's definitely doable for everyone else. Gooby here trying to make something happen. Allegro just finding some picks off. Who knows what he's doing? He's off there just farming ore or something. But everyone's just going to be taken out around Gooby and Wit. Reaper no Wraith, and Wit gets two there, and the ball's just going to roll away. All while the supports just have a firm hold on the entire fight, making sure they know where everyone's at and trying to mark this ball. Although it's really not the end of the world if he gets out. I mean, it'd be nice to kill him because at this point,
Wow,
nice poke by Wit.
Wow.
So that starts another 10-second death timer. So even more time that Western Michigan has to wait. I think their hope was that they could reconvene with ball, but NIU said let's clear this ball. The rest of the team was on some death timers. So I'm sure you know from League that death timers are very important to play around and when you can make your engagements. We're seeing little signs of engagement here. Ball trying to find an angle, but Allegro's just in the back line. Azalea Cat will TP in for the help, but it's barely needed. Azalea Cat gets two nice kills there. Reaper no Wraith. Is going to try and just jump on top of everybody, but really can't do anything. Azalea Cat, nice TP out. and the ball's just going to roll back to spawn.
NIU's playing beautifully so far this game. We're already on last fight.
We are on last fight. Allegro is going to go down a little early. Nice shot from the Kiriko. Lucio is going to be chased all the way to point. Wit should be able to clean this one up, though. Just one melee. And the Kiriko actually TP'd too. But we're going to see a Kitsune rush goes out as the cat gets the Cassidy. Is still playing with Gooby, but is going to fall. Lower health in a tank. Just unable to have that sustain. But I think we're going to see a quick flip towards Western Michigan. A quick flip back as soon as these mines go away. Unfortunately, Wit is going to blink right into one, it looked like. But EMP goes out. The Kiriko is going to be the target here. But Allegro's going to get taken out in the meantime. Looks a little scrappy from NIU, and there's just going to be a reset. Maybe not quite ready for the EMP. Not quite in a position to capitalize off of some target focus. But nonetheless, that is still 99% towards the side of the Huskies here tonight. Zayacat going to get pressure, and actually they're going to find a nice kill onto Wit as we weren't watching, but Allegro just going to get out. He was a bit far up, but not far enough where he can't make it out. Death Blossom going to be committed here just to hit another reset, but I don't think NIU's too worried about the Death Blossom per se. I think they just need to hit a reset here. That's unfortunate timing, needing to use the Doomfist ult. I know he really wanted to save that, and might have been worth it just to take the death timer, but has empowered punch now, so Gooby is looking in a very strong position. Knows the Cassidy's on left, gonna opt to take him out quickly. Beat's gonna go out. Kitsune traded for Kitsune Rush on the side of Western Michigan. We might see a Beat commit here as well. Both support ults might be used, and they are from the side of Western Michigan, but Gooby's just trying to keep this Reaper out, force cooldowns. And Allegro trying to make something happen in the backline on this Lucio. Both supports are trying to be taken out, and people are trying to be kept alive, but there's a lot of mayhem out, especially with these ball mines. They're just all over the place. Kiriko trying to make it back. 1 HP on the Kiriko. Allegro surely screaming for it, calling for it, everything, and should just be the ball. Cassidy actually makes it back, and nice headshot from the Cassidy there, but the point is flipped towards NIU. So a little bit of stall here. We'll bring it into last fight territory. The flip is going to go back towards Western Michigan, but shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just one recontest. Should be totally fine. I'm trying to get this Cassidy in. The ball's almost won if Gooby turned and hit that punch. Very unfortunate, but Wit trying to chase it is forced to use recall. It's a lot of pressure coming out here from the side of NIU, but High Noon's going to get one. Hayes is going to be traded, but the Cassidy is going to fall. Reaper without any Wraith, and they're just going to start to clean things up here. Lucio sent basically back to the spawn room as Wit chases him down, and it's just going to be this wrecking ball. 50% to ult isn't going to do it. Gooby hits the nice punch off the map. Has ult, wasn't even worried about not making it back, and that's going to be round 1 for the Huskies.
Yeah, that last fight, saw Tracer was protected the entire time. She's just uncontested, shooting for 10 seconds straight. Not a single thing to worry about. That looked awesome.
Yep. Seems like Western Michigan didn't have the best target focus there. Maybe kind of split on where they wanted to go or what play they wanted to make. And, you know, it's tricky playing with a wrecking ball, trying to follow up on the same target. But luckily NIU was able to keep their tempo and, you know, after a little unfortunate ult rotation, able to make it back and secure the round. So hopefully they can keep that up into this round, sticking with the same comp it looks like on both teams, I imagine. We did see the Reaper swap. We didn't really comment on it, but there was a Reaper swap. And there I believe they started on Tracer, maybe? Actually, I don't really remember. But anyways, we did see a swap to Reaper, and that is going to be the play. So Reaper Cassidy for the side of Western Michigan. Allegro doing some thieving spy stuff of taking all the health packs away as Goob just tries to contain everybody. Reaper is actually going to fall. We're going to see if Allegro can get the hack. Isn't able to get the hack off in time before Wraith, but Gooby's putting a lot of pressure, and we're going to see Wit here trying to follow up, trying to close the distance here a little bit, and just trying to provide some backup for the team here. Kiriko used TP in. Traded for our Kiriko, though, as NIU almost gets the point. But this Reaper is going to be kept up and actually is going to get the point, so now the clock is going to start ticking in NIU's favor. I'd like to see Wit be a little careful there. There we go. Allegro picking up 2 on the point. DPS duo out here with the Lucio, so they're trying to make something happen, trying to keep this point, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to, as by the time this fight's going to wrap up, Goob is going to be back. Trying to take out this Lucio. Very easy target comparatively to the Wrecking Ball. And now everybody's back, and have to be really careful. So Lego's just going to get a silly high ground as Goob's trying to make something happen. But it looks like the Kiriko is going to just stick around with the ball. Reaper's going to TP in. Have to be a little careful if you're Haze there. Is the cat going to get taken down in the meantime? But Reaper has no Wraith, and that boop is just going to seal Reaper's fate.
A little overzealous on that team.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, and that might be, yep, just a bit too far on the boop from Wrecking Ball, but that's not going to matter. With one EMP from Allegro and a slam from Goob, all the mines are gone, and kill gets traded back. Wit might have blinked off the map. I'm not too sure about that. But that's all right. Not too much of a concern as everyone's just going to get set up again around this high ground. No EMP
This ult is
online.
still here.
Yep, Doomfist ulti's still here. No ulti for the Sombra, but it's not really going to matter as Allegro's just going to kind of do his own thing here. We'll see Azalea Cat here hanging around with Wit, hanging around with Goob. Wow. Wonderful shot there onto the Lucio. Taking a little low, but the rest of the team's got her back, and it's just going to be smooth sailing from here, 86%. 89, 90 now for the Huskies, and Allegro just being AFK in their backline playing Minecraft or something. They're going to try to run to the point, but if anything, it's just going to be ball, and he's dead. And a big punch from Goob also denies the rest of the team touch, but I don't think they were going to make it. I think it was the closest chance was that ball. So well done. The boop from Haze and the hack from Allegro just kind of was defeat for that Wrecking Ball in a secured round for NIU.
That was awesome to see. The Wrecking just fell off the side of the map. No grappling hook, no way to get back up. Just
oh, that's how Azalea Cat got put in this spot. Yeah, nice shots there and a nice shot onto the Lucio to finish it off. But that's going to be a quick 1-0 on Ilios there for the Huskies, which means Western Michigan will have map ban and I believe first hero ban. But yeah, we definitely saw that speed being taken, complete control over by the Huskies, especially in that second game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can see why the Lucio gets banned. It looks like just having that extra Lucio on there, just so much more pressure, being able to move anywhere. And I think if I saw correctly, it almost looked like Lucio was playing with the Sombra in the backline, getting kills together and speeding around together.
Yeah, it's either the Sombra or kind of the Doomfist. You know, Lucio's in a good position most times to be able to jump back and forth between sort of groups of people as long as you're not caught out. So yeah, definitely able to play with the Sombra, able to capitalize on that, but you have to be careful because Sombra's got just a quick, hey, I'm gonna TP out of here, and then you're leaving your Lucio all alone. So do have to be careful, but it's nothing that Haze isn't used to, especially with Allegro being a veteran Sombra player for the team and in general. But it looks like we have a fun treat coming out. It looks like NIU is requesting that character skins get turned on just for fun. And it's just something that if the teams agree to it, no harm, no foul. I don't actually know why skins aren't allowed initially. I maybe have a feeling it was some weird stuff. I mean, I know they sold team skins, and each professional teams have their own skins back when the Overwatch League was around. But I don't know why skins never or just not the common thing. But regardless,
Could
it'll
be
be
like
fun.
a cosmetic thing, basically
Yeah.
like masking abilities or something.
Yeah, maybe something with hitboxes being like it's hard to see where the hitbox is for certain skins. Maybe I'm not too sure, but looks like we might get that. But what we are getting for sure is King's Row as map 2. We're getting the PK0 sub in. We're getting the Matrix Cow sub. So we're gonna see some wonderful King's Row gameplay. Scrims Row, as it's called. Everyone practices it. Everyone plays it. It's everyone's favorite map. I know you like it.
Everyone loves it. Oh yeah.
It's a great map. Everyone loves it. It's very, very commonly played. But nonetheless, we are going to see Kings Row. We're going to see if there's any swaps for the side of Western Michigan. And now we're going to go ahead and get bans underway once the lineup is solidified for both teams here. So to go over it again, the lineup for NIU is going to be Allegro and Matrix Cow on DPS, PK0 on tank, and Hayes and Azalea Cat on support here. Looks like we're going to have a couple swaps for the side of Western Michigan. We have a tank sub and a DPS sub. Uh, Interesting. Okay. So we had a tank sub in, a DPS sub in, and then their former tank is now on support.
Huh.
Interesting. Maybe a support character that isn't filled by the other members of the team that Vance will fill in for. Interesting. Well, neat little swap around.
Yeah, I
We'll
wonder if we can
see.
expect something new.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Maybe different supports they like to play. I don't know. Maybe a Baptiste or something. And because I can, I'm just gonna profile check. He's profile private. Unfortunate. That's all right. I thought sometimes there's a rule where you have to have public profiles for tournaments, but must not be the case for the ESC conference this year. But looks like we are asking for bans from the side of Western Michigan. If they know what we like to play on Kings Row, it's probably going to be our Ramatra ban. Wouldn't be surprised. Ramatra, maybe Genji. I don't know. Or maybe there's something specific that they don't like to play into that they'll just ban away because they feel like it.
Can Genji be banned if it was a banned first map? I forgot.
It was banned first map, and I don't believe it can be banned by the other team. I think
Oh,
once it's been
okay.
banned, it is off the table for both teams. That's not something I'm super confident on. But it's something, that I would get clarification on. And yep, that's also to be expected. Sojourn ban. Targeting Allegro there, knowing that he was a former top 105 hit scan player on ladder. And that
One of the
is
best
one of
Soldierns
his,
I've ever seen.
yeah, best Sojourn I've ever seen. Unless you count Proper in his prime, old pro. But certainly the best one I've seen. Had the
He
ability to
rivals
play
him
with.
anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they could go toe to toe. That's all I'm saying. I've never
Yeah,
seen
I
Proper
think
and
so too.
Allegro fight, so you can't say who would win and who would lose. I think Allegro would have a chance. That's all I gotta say.
That's
But
where I'm at as well.
regardless, it doesn't matter because he's not gonna be able to play Soj this game. But
Sad.
I imagine that's not a huge issue for Allegro here. Probably gonna roll out for a Widow pick if they're on attack or defense. He's probably just gonna roll out on Ash. And Allegro having some fun in the chat. Banana. Yeah, he's a cornball. That's for sure. But there is going to be Sojourn banned for the side of Western Michigan and an Ana ban for the side of NIU. So wanting to make sure that those high grounds aren't, abused by supports, making sure that everyone's easily accessible. You don't want an Ana just sitting in the back, pocketing someone the whole time, and anti-nades will be annoying. Maybe PK will roll it on the hog. Who knows? So
Yeah, I wonder how meaningful that buff he got was. I remember correctly, he got an extra 1.5 to 2 times damage for critical hits with his pellets,
yes,
and then his recharge for his heal
yep,
is it recharges faster now.
yes, I believe that's correct. Yep. And the funny thing about having games on Tuesday is you really don't know. It could be absolutely busted. We love playing games on patch days. It's very, very fun to do. Just have a comp you're working on and watch it get nerfed to the ground right as you have to go play a match. It's so fun. I can tell you that.
We didn't have games on Wednesday for
Mm,
League. At least I don't think we did.
yeah.
I forgot, but we had many scrims where patch would
Sure.
come out right before, and
Sure.
yeah, entire strats down, other strats just get buffed and hot fix the next day.
hmm Yeah. That sounds about right. Well, we are going to be getting in here momentarily. got the okay from both teams that everyone is ready and skins appear to be enabled. So we'll be jumping in here pretty shortly. NIU will be defending first. Western Michigan will be attacking first. I know that's kind of NIU's favorite to do on these hybrid maps, because if you defend first, there's a chance that you don't have to fully cap the point or anything. You just defend, and if somehow you hold the first point, then you don't have to defend anymore. You just have to cap that first tick. So it's a very commonly picked scenario for NIU. So we'll see how that works out for them. And the last time kind of just got taken away by both teams really quick. Kings Row first point was captured, but who knows? Anything could happen, but we'll see what Allegro is going to roll out on for this in return of this Sojourn ban. Oh, okay. Not entirely what I was expecting, but there's no way. That's got to be fake.
Oh.
It's got to be fake. I mean, it could be real, but it's got to be fake. Well, anyways, Allegro is going to be on Tracer. Matrix Cow on Reaper. Double Flex has been very strong in this current meta, so I've been told. So that's going to be the picks here from Allegro. Matrix Cow. Again, with that Kiriko Wu Yang backline, first Wu Yang of the day. And, you know, wouldn't be PK0 without the Ramantra. So we're going to see if this truly is a Zen pick or not. And I think it is going to be Allegro being a cornball once again, trying to peek around the corner.
Wow, I get to see Zenny. This is awesome.
Yep. But we're going to take a peek at what Reaper's going to be doing. Trying to hold this angle to
Cosmetics
see. Yep, cosmetics have been turned on. Reaper going to take an aggressive TP here. Matrix Cow wants to go in and get aggressive. Allegro's already been taken out by the Genji, but traded by Azalea Cat. Well done. NIU in a little worse off of situation than Western Michigan. Hayes gets taken out as well. They're going to try and flip the map, and progress is going to start to be made on that objective. They're going to drop Hazard down because he's obviously the tank, very tanky, able to hold up there and get progress as the rest of the team keep that high ground. But Hazard going to be taken very low here and actually is going to get taken out. Huge shotguns from Matrix Cow are just going to put him in his grave, and Allegro up here trying to make something work is going to get the Cassidy and is going to fall back to safety. The rest of the team is there. Only one tick on the board for Western Michigan. Everyone's very low over here. Allegro, you can see through the wall, spam pinging. This Kiriko's low. This Kiriko's low. We got to clear it. But they can also hold the rest of the team out and just let them kind of have that high ground. It's not the worst thing in the world. Matrix Cow TP'd up in the window and just aura farmed that Genji for sure. This PK0's holding down the front lines. Zenyatta's trying to get an angle, but that's very illegal. I'm sure Ethan called for it. I'm just going to pop Nemesis. And, yeah, or not Nemesis. What? Yeah, no, it is Nemesis form. Yeah. Is going to pop Nemesis and just walk him down. So I imagine we're going to see some swaps out here.
I can't imagine playing Zen into it sounds pretty impossible. Can't imagine playing
Zen in the big 2025 if we're not on, like, Junkertown. And even then, like, no. Hayes getting a greedy angle, just trying to get some information, some poke damage, and is able to get out and just kind of hold that position. Zenyatta ult going to go out, but support from the Wu Yang. This mantra's going to be just fine. Matrix Cow able to find one. Rush is traded on both sides, but action kind of in a lull right now. Just everyone playing in a bit of a sustained war. This Genji's trying to hold his place. Is going to find Matrix Cow on the way out with the help of Kiriko. So a little bit of a tough spot now for the Huskies, trying to make something work. Allegro's standing on people's heads and teleporting out on 60 HP. That was interesting. But NIU, I think, is still in a fine spot to be able to hold this objective. Genji Blade is going to go in. Let's see the effect on the backline, and there's nobody there.
Everybody runs away.
Everybody TPs away, runs away. That was a very ambitious Genji ult. Allegro is going to get the EMP. Curie the first target, usually as always. Matrix Cow able to find one, but is going to hide from this Cassie ult. Really doesn't want to be taken out. Nice Suzu from Hayes to make sure that doesn't happen. and an aggressive TP just to make sure that this kill can be cleaned up, but Hayes is just going to take out the Genji regardless. So 40 seconds left on the clock. Coming up on one ultimate, albeit Junker Queen ultimate. So we're going to keep an eye on Hayes here because this Suzu is going to be a very important cooldown to ensure that this Junker Queen ultimate cannot get a lot of value. PK0 just trying to hold down the front line. We're pretty much in last fight territory. Cross is going to get slow. The Wu Yang ult is going to go out, but that's a lot committed into a spot where not a lot of people were. But the Ramattra ult's going to get committed. I like the aggression here. PK0 just needs to stay alive, and with the help of Wu Yang, that might happen, but looks like the Wu Yang is going to get taken out, and Hayes was taken out earlier in the fight, so that's going to be the first point going over towards Western Michigan. You know, I didn't want to say it, but with the trend that had been happening of getting one tick per fight, it almost seemed like that was inevitable, but Western Michigan is going to take that. You know, taken into overtime, actually, for the Huskies, so that's going to leave 2 minutes on the clock. Matrix Cow trying to find an angle, but I think he might have been jumping a little too much. Yeah, he might have been jumping a little too much. They definitely know he's there now. But, you know, just a Lucio contesting that's not going to do too much. He's certainly just going to be hanging out, waiting for the re-engage with the team, waiting for that Kitsune rush to come through, and about 10% from Hayes here is going to be used on the side of Western Michigan. Like, we're going to be taken out on that fray there. Beak also committed from Western Michigan for the chase. Looks like it is going to work. PK0 forced to be taken out. I don't know about that Reaper flank. Just kind of unable to get a lot of value, and the rest of the team just got walked at. Now he is looking to be cleared here. A nice shot is going to go out onto the Genji, but that's very close range TP. A little worried about that, but it's all right.
Don't make it out.
Yeah.
Blossom for that? For the flank? Or,
Did not. No. No, the goal was, I think, to meet up, but Western Michigan did the proper thing of going faster since there was somebody on that flank that you couldn't really clear all too well. But we're going to see a Kitsune rush go out here. PK0 trying to walk it onto the Cassidy. Rest of the team going to be forced out. No picks found, so a little bit of an unfortunate rush, but still not bad because technically a one fight, sort of. One half fight since Western Michigan was forced back. But still just trying to keep the pressure up on the front line. This Lucio's getting very aggressive. Surely he's going to be taken out here very soon. One more punch is going to be found. But the high noon from who knows where, it looks like the other side of the payload, is going to be popped. But yeah, PK0 just trying to find an angle and isn't able to find a great one. Azalea Cat able to take out one and playing with Matrix Cow here, but it's going to be a tough recontest here. 66 to the ult isn't going to be online for Matrix Cow. Kiriko and Wu Yang were there, but it's just... there's only so much you can do in a situation like that. Really unfortunate there for the Huskies. Only one fight before second objective was taken there. And now into the final stretch of the map for Western Michigan. I want to see them, you know, hate to you know, beat the dead horse, but I do want to see NIU kind of get this speed back. We saw a lot of great tempo taken in the first game, and I'm not really seeing it as much here. Seeing Western Michigan take the tempo here with this Kitsune rush and then kill onto the Genji is going to mean that that blade is going to get no value. This Junker Queen walking in, shout going to be used. Ult actually going to be committed, but Allegro and PK0 just saying, nah, if you're going to ult, like the rest of your team's not able to walk, we're just going to hold you here. And actually should have given that kill over to Allegro. He has, Freya's got a built-in passive that for every 3 final blows you get, has to be a final blow, you get bonus ultimate charge. You see right next to the ult, that 1 out of 3. So that kill would have been definitely better spent.
Looks like he'll have it anyway.
He will definitely have it anyway, but it's definitely good to stack there. Would have been a little more peace of mind than going over towards the Reaper. Nice headshot there onto the Genji, taken very low, and he's definitely going to look for this bullet here probably in 3 seconds when the updraft comes. Beat's going to be traded, so it's going to put a little bit of dampening on that plan, but there's the bullet going out onto the Kiriko. Is going to just stun her up a little bit as PK0 tries to get in there, tries to finish everybody else off. Cat going to get one, but Hayes going to get traded out in the meantime. Matrix Cow able to use the Death Blossom And the round's going to go towards NIU. Or I guess round 1 complete.
0-2.
Allegro says, me when I kill my Kiri. Who knows what that means? He was probably yelling for TP. Kiri TP'd, and then Allegro just ran away. That's probably what happened. But regardless, that is going to be 50.98 meters for Western Michigan to get into the third point here. Nope, flew in the wall.
It's almost like you called it, right? When you said want to see some more speed, some more control, aggression, just bam,
Yep.
switch was flipped and fights just started going our way.
Yep. It all came off the back of a little bit of a bad tempo play with the Junker Queen ult. I saw the vision. I saw it going for the back line, but when your Lucio is around a slightly far back corner and not able to get the rest of the team in, whether Amp was down or not, the rest of your team is just going to get separated. And PK0 doing a great job of keeping the back line out. I mean, if you turn for that queen, I think you just lose that fight. I think you turn for that queen, give her all your attention. The backline of Western Michigan is just going to kill you.
Yeah,
but
fantastic counter ulti from our Rom.
Yep, holding strong and able to pop that ultimate to take everyone else down.
No more Zen.
Nope,
didn't
no
feel
more
it.
Zen. Yep. And as we were just talking about Ramancho, we're actually going to see Diva out here from PK0. Maybe that'll help with some long-range poke, even though the poke is mostly just a Cassidy. But it's going to help get into the high ground. I see the vision there. Usually PK does this on Winston, but, I see the value that Diva brings to the table over Winston. So, interesting. Genji here, he's probably going to die. Never mind, just get some help from his team. But everybody is going to be taking an aggressive angle, and Allegro's just playing Minecraft over here on Widowmaker. But going to be forced out is the Genji and Kiriko. Allegro getting aggressive with his angles, making everyone look at him, and just farming damage. I mean, look at that. Headshot on her mantra. It's like half his HP.
Wow.
If he can hit this Juno, there's half her HP, I think Widow Mine was actually buffed. There's the Genji going down almost immediately. And Ramatra back down to half HP. I mean, you can see how strong Widow is in the hands of a former Valorant player. You can see why we put him on hit scan. Misses the grapple, is going to go down and contest. Actually, looks like the call was to have...
It was on purpose.
Kiriko go up. Yeah, I think it actually might have been to have Kiriko go up. I also won't be surprised if we see... Oh, no, we're not. I was going to see a swap here off of the Widow, but we're actually not. Seeing the little tips of everybody's heads jump. Oh, and not quite a snipe there onto the Juno, but the Kiriko is trying to test him.
Be careful, Kira. You can't contest the Widow.
Yeah, well, let's see what's happening on the front lines. PK just waiting for the cart to get pushed up. Matrix Cow trying to move it forward, so holding all this space because getting past that first archway is a pain. So PK took all the hard work out of that for the rest of the team. So aggression just going to be going out where possible. Allegro's still playing Minecraft.
Holding angles. He's doing good work.
Holding angles, holding hands, doing nothing. Aggression is going to be taken here. PK is going to call for a trade at the back lines. I don't know how well that's going to work out, although Kiriko does commit with him. Matrix Cow going to get traded out, but Widow able to make it around, but traded out pretty quickly. All three of the remaining NIU members are together and alive, but that's only going to last for so much longer. As, yep, everyone's just going to be taken out. Strategic reset there. Nothing can really be done off the back of that. Just a tough commit. But we got a lot of ultimates online.
Yeah, I was going to say, almost every ulti in the game is prime time.
Yep. Nice headshot on Ramatra. Nice on the Cassidy, too. Leaves him on 1 HP. Gonna allow Allegro to deepen this angle. Take a look at this Juno. Maybe the Cassidy. Juno double jump here. Might... Oh, he wasn't scoped here. Might have been the end for Juno there. Maybe Kiriko. Ah, he's going up really close.
Oh,
has grapple
up.
online. There's the Kiriko found. And we're going to see what PK can do with that. Pushing with the team, trying to protect Hayes. Azalea Cat going to be taken out, but Rush has already been used, so the value's there. Matrix Cow trying to follow up with PK. Genji taking on 1 HP and an aggressive TP out here for Matrix Cow to finish off the Ramantra. As with 3 people on the cart, it's going to be close, but I don't think they'll be able to fully contest it. Let's see if Allegro can get a pick here unfortunate unscoped timing on that. I think Allegro could have gotten that Juno there, but with this very forward aggression off the back of one pick, it might be possible. We're going to see a bomb go out from PK and definitely I was going to say a Blossom coming out here from Matrix Cow. Able to get one, the remake able to get the Cassidy, and it's just a lone Ramatra who pops Annihilation.
That's tough.
I hope for Western Michigan's sake he's swapping, because that was an interesting ult, to say the least. But hey, the Zenyatta's back! Oh my goodness, the Zenyatta's back.
It wasn't the Rob swap, but it was the Zane swap.
It was not, it was a Zenyatta swap. Like, we're waiting for this Genji to come out. Is able to get one shot off, but everyone else just holding the high grounds, because Hart doesn't have to go all the way to the end, just has to go to right under this high ground. So very important for PK to have that. Whoa, Trade's going out in the back line. Allegro taking out a support as soon as Hayes gets taken out, and Zelicat able to find the Genji. Baby Diva is going to find one, but Ramatra left alive. I doubt they'll have a hard time taking him out. Well,
Full health.
yeah. Yeah. The rest of the team's back, so unfortunate. But Allegro's going to commit.
3 minutes to get, like, just run a corner.
To the Widow. Oh! Who knows what that was, but that was certainly not intentional. And NIU is gonna take whatever it was and force an engagement. Kiriko TP, and that's the point. I don't know what happened to Lucio, but it just cost him the round.
If Diva like boosted at him and fell off, would it count as Diva getting the kill, or is it just?
Yes, yeah, it would show that PK0 got the kill, and nobody was in. We were watching the furthest up member of NIU, and they couldn't even see the Lucio. So who knows what happened there? But regardless, that's a Huskies victory on Kings Row, making the score 2-0 against Western Michigan. And that means Western Michigan will get map ban and first hero ban for potentially the final round as we go to NIU match point here.
It happened a little while ago, but that first was that first point that we contested. It was really well done. It felt like we just had 5 different angles to shoot them from, and we were just kind of stuck, only forced to walk backwards. It was that looked awesome to me from the perspective that I was able to see.
Yeah, that's one of the very prominent things about Kings Row is all that high ground, especially around the first and sort of second point, and even the very end of third, like we saw being played right at the end. It's very important. High ground and angles and everything are incredibly important.
Yeah, so, like we're using the graph hooks so well, just every different building possible, just shooting from.
Yeah, and it's just that pressure. Like, I make the joke that Allegro's playing Minecraft. That's one of our jokes when you're just sitting in the back line doing nothing, you're just playing Minecraft in your back line. But really, he is getting immense amount of value by forcing everyone just to respect that angle and not able to peek it. I mean, they peek it, he will take you out. He's a very experienced player and will absolutely be able to find maybe not even like a kill himself, but definitely some damage. I mean, it's about a third of Ramontra's health from one headshot. I think it might be about half. So you'll find some value, and even just forcing, like we saw when Allegro was playing down main, forcing that Cassidy back. It all adds up in the amount of pressure that your team has. Feels like they can't peak. The other team, that's when you'd be like, oh, I can't peek. This Widow's just the best. It's like, well, you got to tighten up your angles. You got to play safe. So all those high grounds.
One of those ultis, just like walking down a corridor for 15 seconds, scoped in. It's like, but there's nothing the other supports can do. They walk back into getting headshot into by Allegro. They walk forward or getting killed by Reaper on the point and just get corralled together. It doesn't look like a lot of value, but what it does to the other team is they just can't win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the great follow up from PK0 and the supports jumping in with. I mean, we talked about who's Lucio with. Well, we saw several engagements there where PK flies in, and Lucio's bouncing back and forth between him and Matrix Cow with Azalea Cat right there at the hip. So it really is that hyper mobile comp. Everyone's kind of got an escape option. Reaper TP and Wraith, Lucio Speed, Kiriko TP, and obviously Diva is a tank and has boosters. So
Yep. You can see why that Lucio's banned
yeah,
every time.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely meant to slow down, specifically the Doomfist comp, but
Yeah.
can work for any comp.
It
That
seems
being
to fit our
said,
playstyle very nice.
yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. But we're going to be going over towards Atlas for the Flashpoint map of Western Michigan's choice. We'll see if there's any swaps from either side. Not at the moment, but actually, I take that back as I say that. Pure Safe going in for Hayes and Wit in for Matrix Cow. And we're going to see if there's any other swaps. Looks like no more swaps from the side of the Huskies, so it is going to be Allegro and Wit, PK0 on tank, and then Fierce Safe and as a cat on support. So we are going to see what can be done on Atlas. Match point for the Huskies here. So just one more victory, 3 little flashpoint maps, or 3 versus 2, 3 little flashpoint captures, and Huskies will be walking away with their dubbed here tonight.
Is the order of game modes always the same? Is it always that first was that control into like
The
hybrid or whatever?
hybrid.
Is it always the same?
That's a good question. So in recent years, it kind of depends on who's running the league. But I do know that there was a time when, so first point will always be control. It's the most even. It's equal. I guess push is technically also even, but control is a staple. You always start with control.
Hmm.
Then sometimes there will be the pick between a hybrid or escort. So that's just a straight escort map like Rialto, like Watchpoint Gibraltar,
Hmm.
just any of those straight escort maps, or a hybrid like we saw Kings Row being the common pick. So sometimes that is the case where you get to pick the map type or the map type, but I'm not too familiar with the 2025 rule set. Could be the case, could not be the case. That'll be another question to ask and make sure that we are well informed casters doing our valiant effort here. But yeah,
Go to the
so
rulebook or ask Ferg? Which one?
yeah, it's gonna be an ask Ferg. I'm not reading
Gotcha.
through the rule book. Sorry,
Speaking
but
of asking Ferg, I got the answer for if we'll see a Mercy this year.
all
Answer's
right.
no. We'll never see a Mercy this year.
I don't. Well, what did he say? Because I don't think that was the answer.
Sorry, 0.0001% chance we'll see
There
a
we
Mercy.
go.
So
So you can't
my
say it's
apologies.
impossible
It's
until
not
it's
never.
not. Yeah, can't say
But
it's impossible until it's not.
I didn't see her in the buffs for the patch notes. No, I think she deserves it.
Yeah. Well, we can all rest easy knowing that we'll never have to see Mercy played. At least I'll rest easy. But
Okay.
we are gonna see no swaps from the side of Western Michigan. So same players rolling out on the same comp as, or not, sorry, not same comp, same people that we saw on last map. But we did already go over the NIU swap. So first ban uh is being deliberated right now. So it'll be Western Michigan's first ban here. We'll wait to see what that is. I wouldn't be surprised if Ramatra's banned now that they know that that's kind of PK0's bread and butter. Oh, yeah. Another thing I was kind of thinking, yep, that is going to be the case. The Wu Yang banned. So no more Wu Yang. They see as a cat in and know how strong that character is. But is going to be Wu Yang taken offline, and we'll see the return ban for NIU. I'm thinking maybe a Cassidy, maybe I don't even know. Maybe a Genji, because NIU's not going to play Genji. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea either.
Mhm. And Zarya, okay. We did see that Zarya Reaper caused quite the issues against Buffalo, I believe it was. So we are going to see that ban. So no Reaper Zarya. I'm not sure if uh, that's a common pick for Western Michigan, but
Only we
we'll
could
see.
see the
Yep,
profiles.
no profile. No profile. But regardless, we're going to see probably similar stuff from the side of NIU here. We're going to see some Hazard. We're going to see some I imagine Somber Tracer is my guess, really. Just because of the Allegro Wit combo, but I suppose Allegro could go Cassidy or something.
I want to
Be
see the
totally
soldier
fine.
now that it can't be banned.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see if that is the case. Not too sure. But I got some insider knowledge 15 seconds before the game started. It's going to be an Allegro Tracer. It's going to be an Allegro Tracer here on Atlas. And to quote Allegro, because I know he'd appreciate it, quote, I'm going to Aura Farm on Tracer.
All right.
So, I mean, he's already Aura Farming with that pink skin and the Galaxy weapon. But we're going to see just what that Aura Farm means. I hope we are not running out on Lucio Lifeweaver. Really hope. I know you hope. You like Lifeweaver.
Oh, I forgot about Lifeweaver. Oh my
It's
gosh, another one of my
Kiriko.
favorite.
Nope, it's
Oh,
Kiriko. Too late. Not even gonna let you say it. It's Kiriko.
sigh.
It's Kiriko. It's Kiriko. Well, we're gonna see Wit here, trying to walk up and get aggressive. Tracer on both teams here as Western Michigan's gonna play a hazard comp. Lego gonna go up here and almost gonna one mag the Tracer. He really is Aura farming. PK0 trying to hold everybody back in the front line. Javelin's gonna get cleansed right through that hazard there, but Lego trying to find an angle. Wit trying to stay alive as Hazard throws a giant spike wall at his face. And both teams just trying to stabilize, trying to get an edge where they can. Hazard's going to be taken very low as Allegro jumps in from who knows where to help with some extra frontline damage against this Hazard. Wit able to take two and almost a one mag onto the Tracer, forced to recall. That's going to be a fine Tracer, but 20% on the board for the Huskies as they were able to capture in the midst of all of that somehow. Too much going on for me to tell. Not in my prime anymore, but we saw no swaps for the side of Western Michigan. Zaycat able to find the Tracer early. Allegro putting some good cross pressure on here with Wit on the left, the PK in the middle, and Allegro on the right. They're just gonna leave. They are just gonna leave. There's not really much they can do. They're waiting for their Tracer to come back to try and open up an angle. And in that time, Wit's going to get ran on here. Reaper Wraith forced out from the side of Western Michigan. Forced out from the side of NIU as well. Allegro, okay, now he's really playing Minecraft. So he's going to try 1v1 this Tracer. We'll try and get him his clip. Isn't going to happen. Kitsune Rush is going to be popped. It's going to be taken out, but let's see PK0 trying to find Lucio in the back line with Azalea Cat there as Rush is committed. But Allegro now left alone on the point until PK shows up, and show up he will.
As hits the Tracer bomb on the other Tracer.
Did he actually?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
And we missed
He's
it.
going to be a little mad. He's going to be mad about that. And you know what I say? L. Because I know he's live or recording from his own POV, so who cares?
We'll see it anyway.
We'll see it anyways. It'll be on Twitter. He's got it. He's got the clip. As we see PK0 here, 4% off of his ultimate. Is actually going to get that online from some poke damage here. Wit trying to hold the corner is going to get a giant spike wall thrown in his face. I love Hazard's wall. Still some pressure going down here. That lifesteal on Reaper putting in some work. And I wouldn't be surprised, yeah, if the big ult goes out. Oh, but they're on Ana. So that sleep is just going to go. Allegro also taken out. No DPS for the side of NIU, as I'm sure they're going to just try and hold these ultimates and get a kill out if they can. But no, Allegro says my blinks. Oh, poor Allegro gets taken out. Not a deathless game for my Tracer King.
Can he still aura farm? Oh.
He's trying to look for some Kiriko pressure. He's just trying to be a nuisance in the back line, force this point. With this Ana pick now, it's going to be a lot easier, but we're going to see what's going on the front line. Reaper ult's going to be committed. Reaper's going to go down to the ultimate from Orisa here, as the Kiriko's going to fall as well. Hazard taken extremely low. Reaper taken extremely low. Everybody's low.
And everybody's dead.
Yeah, it's a PK0 dream. Everybody low. You just get to walk around and just shoot everything that's won. Love Orisa. It's one of my favorite tanks, and oh, we're going to see a pulse bomb here. We're playing Minecraft, but it's all right because we're mid-fight, and he's looking for a pulse bomb. But we're just going to watch everyone walk by.
Disguised as a plant, they'll never see it come. Oh, they saw it coming.
Unfortunately, he's purple, and unlike the famous Persona song, they did see it coming. Persona bundle just dropped. Gotta be a shill, even though I don't work for Blizzard. Love Persona. Play a Persona game. If you're listening to the crowd, play a Persona game. You're so good. Anyways, Hazard all gonna be committed. PK0 gonna use gold through it. Hazard dead. Reaper's traded, but Allegro just no longer playing Minecraft in the back line, able to take out the Kiriko and fear safe. Run it down, my king. Run it down, king. Yes, he does. Onto the Tracer. That's gonna be point 2 for your Huskies here on Atlas, as there's nothing Western Michigan can do here for a touch on the final point. But as you might be able to see on your screen, that little triangle means that they are basically standing at Western spawn, so they need to be a little bit careful on what direction they go. And as I say that, Allegro is doing whatever that is.
She's chill.
Yeah, the Tracer's chilling. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Looking for some aura farm here. I'm gonna see if anything can be done, but this choke point being held nicely. A TP committed, but a Wraith also needed to be committed. That was a nice kill.
That was alright.
Both supports dead from Allegro there. Orisa ult, not sure if that needed to be committed, but it definitely doesn't hurt anything except the ult economy. Okay, a lot of the backline was taken out by Reaper, but Hazard is 1 HP. Ooh, he's gonna get a health pack. Allegro gonna be taken out, but not before this Hazard is, hopefully. Yep, not before the Hazard is. And let's check back in on this Tracer duel, as the cavalry has pulled up.
It's now B4.
Yes. And funny enough, as Tracer would say, the cavalry is here. The rest of the team did pull up to help with that, and as Cat getting the final blow.
Another plant for Allegro to disguise as. See what happens next.
Playing Minecraft, flora, fauna, all that fun. Pulse bomb is going to go out, but whoa, he got taken out. Not sure what happened there. We'll see if the rush is going to get committed here. I'm assuming it won't be. The call is probably just to find a trade or two before ultimately taking a reset if you're NIU. But they're staying up for a very long time. If a pick goes in their favor, yeah, I was going to say I wouldn't be surprised if the ult's committed. Allegro probably on his way back now is going to try and find something. The beat's still usable here for NIU, but I'm not sure I'd commit it. It's a bit of a scrappy fight. Is Cat going to fall? PK going to be quick here to follow. So that's going to be a flip for Western Michigan. Bit of a scrappy fight. It wasn't a bad commit with the Kitsune Rush. It's just tough when you don't have a pick and weren't able to find one immediately, because then you're still 5v4 fighting around that Kitsune Rush. The target focus just didn't look like it was quite there for the side of NIU, but that's all right, as 3 ultimates, almost 4 online, and a Reaper almost dead. Hazard ult out, but it's going to miss most people, and a beat going to go out as well. Rally on the other side. We didn't even realize they swapped to Brig. Oh my goodness. But that was a lot of ultimates committed. Oh, and a big stick.
Huge
and
stick.
Nothing. There must have been a Stuzu on the side of Western Michigan. Point was flipped, though, so all of this progress was going over towards NIU, as the Reaper is going to be the focus here. But with PK0 taken out, looks like we're just going to let overtime tick out, as they will get a recontest because of that point flip. So well done by NIU to get the point flip from underneath their noses, as they were able to, you know, kind of take that frontline pressure and swing around through the back.
Is there time for one more fight? Real quick.
There should be. Yeah, the Tracer should be able to get a touch, and we'll see if that will be the case. But it looks like Wit taken out, and that's probably going to be the call for not. But no, Langro's going to commit anyways with the Lucio there to aid. Soggy bread on Kiriko trying to chase, but Azalea Cat dead and PK dead. There's going to be just some buffoonery going on in the back line here. He really, really wants to hit Pulse Bomb. Like, I mean, really wants to hit it. Oh, rally forced off of nothing. Allegro is just sitting there. He takes his hands off the keyboard. He shrugs and goes, I don't know what that was. That's worth, though. Keep him saying that. Either that or like, yeah, that just isn't real.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's going to be a rotation here towards the next point for NIU. 2-1 is the score on the map, so one more point for NIU or the next 2 for Western Michigan to close out this Atlas map and potentially send our Huskies home with a dub or to a final round. Oh, a big Reaper ult, but sent to the sky off the back of a boop from Lucio. Wit and Fierce Save taken out as PK tries his best to just keep everybody corralled, but there's only so much you can do. Pulse Bomb committed. So it was sort of 4 for 1 in ults if you count the Brig ult from the from the previous point. But if not, that was still 3 for 1 ults committed for Western Michigan. So if you're NIU, you don't really hate that. Yeah. Kitsune Rush being used to take that tempo. I'd like to see NIU get aggressive here, but this Blossom isn't going to find its mark quite yet, as in Kitsune Rush you get all your cooldowns back. Yeah. Nice stick onto Vance. It's going to get 2 from the Kiriko TP. Yeah, he's going to be happy we caught that on stream. Strut your stuff, King. We got it. 58% though towards Western Michigan. So nothing to scoff at. Sort of ish 1 fight territory. But we will see. We will see what happens, as Kiriko's going to be committed on here, but a Brig almost going to be a much more worthy and killable target. And maybe the Kiriko too, now that the TP's been committed, has double TP, so it's going to fall back, but that's going to be a 1 HP Kiriko delivered into the hands of PK0. Wit able to find one, Fierce Safe to find the next. Now we're into sort of last fight territory here. What's tough is NIU is probably thinking, you know, they're probably at ultimates. They don't know that they're just shy, but if they know that they're not, I'd love to see a Kitsune Rush used right now. Yep, there it is. Kitsune Rush used right now. The Brig needs to get taken out. A huge player in this game. It gets 2.
Oh my gosh.
PK able to trade it out, but the point is going to be flipped. So we'll see what can be done. Maybe just taking it slow. Allegro's going, yeah, I'm going to go Spawn Camp. That's what he's saying. I'm going to go Spawn Camp the Brig because I'm 95 to Pulse Bomb. And I'm farming Aura. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work this time. PK0 taken out and the support's forced to retreat. Ooh, and Fierce Safe not gonna live. A shot from the Kiriko spells his demise.
Going for
What?
the final flashpoint. Oh,
Allegro
it's way too early.
making it in. The contest does go out. Wit traded Reaper for Reaper. Oh, a Brig jumping over the head of Allegro is going to mean that Pulse Bomb goes wide. Beat coming out here from Hayes. Fight's deemed winnable, and winnable it is. A Pulse Bomb goes out. Isn't able to find anything. PK finds one, but is immediately traded in the form of Fierce Safe. PK taken low as Cat taken out, which means PK is going to fall very soon here as we just watch Allegro zip around the map, and we're going to go to the final Flashpoint map.
Wow.
Well done from Western Michigan to, hang in there and get those ults online when they needed to.
It looks like the swapped to Brig,
there.
and they're just, something happened. Something changed.
Yeah, it gave them a bit tanky, a bit more tankiness. But we are gonna see what NIU can do with it. An early pick onto Hazard here. Wit trying to make something happen. Is going to be able to find the Brig. Allegro traded, though, in the process. He did have the Cassidy swap, realized it wasn't working as well as he wanted it to. The Tracer is going to be forced to exit as NIU is going to take first cap of the final point here, the Flashpoint. But not too many ults.
Gosh, just putting guns on the ground. That's I don't like that.
Wasteful.
Yeah, it honestly is.
Wasteful. There were still 7 shots available, and we're just dropping guns on the ground.
I don't have to clean
Look at all that. Yeah, exactly. That's for the janitors to do. We don't do that. Ult is going to be committed from both sides. Both support ults going out that were available. A Hazard leap cancel. That's actually really huge for the side of NIU as it forces everyone back into Wit and that Death Blossom. But I want to see what PK can do off the tail end of this towards those supports. It is going to be nothing. They're going to keep each other alive, but for the Hazard and Tracer, yeah, I mean, zoning off the supports leaves your backline wide open. It's going to be last fight territory here. Match point for the Huskies. Win this point, win it all, 3-0. So they know a lot's riding on this with 2 ults coming online and potentially a beat if the fight runs long. But some ults coming online for Western Michigan too. A nice stall, forced Tracer recall. That's pretty big for the fight. Trying to not let much percentage being taken. Deadeye used and is going to be committed. Hazard had no block. A nice headshot from Allegro. The flashbang finds the Tracer as well. And it's just a Brig left flying through the air. And that's going to be a 3-0 for the Northern Illinois University Huskies against Western Michigan. As we go to our player cam, seeing everyone walk back in. Well done to the side of the Huskies. And Allegro with a big play of the game here. We're going to see just what he got up to in the first part. We caught the back half of it, but yeah, it's going to cancel on the Haz. I think he even had the block up, but the charge was too much. The flashbang goes on to Tracer as the Reaper headshot, and wow, you just can't ask for much better than that. They kind of just fell on top of each other. 2 for 1 flashbang. I don't even think he had the flashbang perk where it throws an extra one. I think that was just one.
Wow,
well,
impressive.
It was very impressive nonetheless. And we're going to hang out here for just a few minutes because as NIU tradition, once we get a win, we're going to try and pull in someone for an interview. Last time they just got dropped into our channel. So we're going to see who we get. It's going to be random for you. It's going to be random for us. And we're going to try and get some insight on how that win went for the Huskies here. But I mean, very strong performance. We saw a lot of tempo being taken, a lot of ults being managed very efficiently. And I mean, just a very dominant last point. I mean, the other points kind of looked a little scrappy. But we're going to see.
Yeah, the more I cast these games, the more I'm realizing just what NIU's playstyle is overall when playing this game. And it's just, speed, speed, aggression, picking off. Yeah, it's very enjoyable to watch. I'm learning more and more every single time I do this.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's the name of the game is being in sync, having that synergy together, and just being able to execute as fast as you can. So it really goes both ways, and that's kind of the unique learning curve of Overwatch is you need to build your synergy, and then once you have your synergy, you need to take it faster. And there will be a point when you get too fast that you need to go back and work on your synergy. So it's kind of
Mm.
this cycle that constantly needs attention in order to function well. But it looks like NIU is certainly getting there, especially with a new roster and only being 3 games into the season. But it looks like we are getting the Doomfist player himself
Yeah.
for our interview. So we'll see when Gooby gets dropped in. Um, Hopefully he gets dropped in, or we'll have to jump somewhere to find him. But we're going to be getting some Gooby action. So we saw Gooby come out on Ilios there, playing that Doomfist, jumping around super fast. So we're going to get some insight onto what it's like to, keep that tempo up, what's going through his head, and just kind of see what it's like flying around like crazy as Doomfist, as an absolute madman with a giant rocket fist.
I do see him in a separate Discord. Maybe I will send him a message and tell him to join the proper one.
I see. Yep, I don't know if they can see where we're hanging out since we are in a stream chat.
Yes.
But if we need to, we can always jump around and find them. But I believe we have a game next Thursday. I know that for a fact. And let me pull up the schedule here. So Western Michigan was today 9:16, 9:18. Northern Illinois is going to be taking on Akron, and we will see. But we're going to jump up and talk with Gooby here and get some insight.
Oh, he'll jump
Hello,
down instead.
Gooby.
Hello, what's going on, Austin?
Nothing much. So congrats on the win tonight. It's very dominant performance against Western Michigan. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we're gonna pick your brain a little bit on that Ilios map because that looked really fast paced. It looked like a lot was happening. So walk us through what kind of goes on in your head as you're trying to take the reins as Doomfist. What you're looking for, what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, so at the start, I think it's a lot of like reading their team comp, and with Allegra on Sombra, I'm kind of just asking him what he thinks he can go for, and like right
Mm-hmm.
away they were on Juno, and that's a big free one for us. So, like now that she's got her movement nerfed, it's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just our engage plan, and they made some good swaps, and all of a sudden we
Mm-hmm.
like stopped engage planning, but
Yeah.
just really picking their roster and trying to see who we think is the easiest.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean the synergy there with Sombra is very apparent from every angle.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. And I
Yeah,
guess this is only the third game of the season, so going with kind of that sense of teamwork. I mean, what has the synergy been feeling like with some new players, some returning players, and getting some good practice in? I mean, has it felt like the synergy's been coming along? Because it certainly looks like that from the side of us, watching from third person.
no, it feels really good. I was super happy that we started the season right where we left off last year,
Mm,
and everybody's having no problem figuring out where their synergy is and what we can perform to do better and how to enable each other better. It's
mhm.
it's been a very productive environment, I think.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, being able to start scrimming at a very high rank is right off the bat comparatively to how we were in previous years. I mean, it's definitely something you can't take for granted.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that definitely tells you something, right?
Hmm. Chris, do you have any questions for the Doomfist man himself?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Congrats on the win. Very nice. Is
Thank you,
very fun watching
Chris.
you. So we see Doomfist Lucio a lot. Do you enjoy playing with Lucio more than other supports in particular, or why is Lucio so like prominent for the team, and why does it fit the playstyle so well?
It's really because he can do both. So like the biggest problem with anyone that doesn't have the Lucio mobility with the Doom comp is like I'm gonna leave somebody when I jump in. But with Lucio, it's like he can make the split second call of can I go with or like do I just need to run away and not die?
Mm,
And
Gotcha.
so it's just like that back and forth potential.
mm,
And then
mhm,
he obviously can speed boost everybody, which then allows everyone else to like be quicker on the back and forth.
mhm.
Yep,
Gotcha.
that makes sense.
But I used to not like Lucio with Doomfist before I ever played on a team because I thought Lucio healing bad and I don't need speed on Doom.
Mhm.
But
Hmm.
as I've played with it more and like the Lucio's job is to help with the off angle, it's really you kind of need the Lucio.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it definitely looks very strong. And I mean, having the hazard in the back pocket for the Doom swap, I mean, we saw that a couple weeks ago, and that looks, just as strong as the Doom Fist, and definitely a nice mix up. I mean, we saw Hazard even played today. So do you think Hazard is still kind of sticking around viable in the meta?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think he is he's just as good, if not better than Doom on paper. It's just for me that Doom
Mhm.
works better.
Yeah, yeah, with all that experience and just the time
Yeah,
played, I mean, you get to a level with anything, absolutely.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Your Doomfist is one of a kind. It is awesome seeing you hit these jumps that just seem impossible to me, but you frame perfect every time. It's
Thank
just
you, Chris.
yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
Very impressive.
Awesome. Well, anything else you'd like to say, or we can wrap up the interview and let you go?
No, I think I'm perfect. Thank you guys for casting,
Awesome.
as always.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And congrats and
Thanks for
good
playing
luck
the
against
games.
Akron. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that should be a good game. We were watching their match as we were playing ours, and they look
Nice.
promising, so it should be fun.
Hmm.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to hopefully meeting back for another victory interview on Thursday if we take down Akron. But thank you very much, Gooby, and congrats again on the win. And we'll be signing off here. So thank you everyone for watching and have a good night.
Yep. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for the support.
Thanks again, guys.